I think that it's time to make some update about this Dyna, my father Bob. What happened? Yeah, what happened? Because we have the middle of February 2026. Yeah, some things happened, with this bike. Look at this. I have this. Let me take this here. Yeah, like that. I have this guard, which is like a solid metal with this plastic ending here. Yeah, that you can basically take off or even change. Yeah, after crashing. The same is here. Yeah, it's good that you can change this ending. Yeah, that is basically some kind of plastic. And I used some tape here to basically protect the paint. I will show you, because I had to modify some stuff to be able to fit this guard from this side. Why? Because we have this, look, we have this belt cover, yeah, this one, plastic. I had to basically cut some of it here so it will fit. And I had to buy this part, this one, this bracket to basically mount this belt cover here, yeah, because from the factory, Fat Bob has something like this. I will show you. I have it here. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, that's the basically for the passenger foot peg, and it's like that here, yeah, and it is holding the belt guard. So, but I bought it, not a big deal. Everything fits. What else? Obviously I have engine guards, It is still not mounted, yeah, it's loose. Because I was doing some things with those mirrors. Look, I have those extensions, yeah. I know it looks kinda shit because it is not finished yet. But what is very important, I have this bolt. Look, this bolt is basically holding this mirror, yeah, guard, and the turn signal. And you might ask, Danny, but why you have something like that, yeah? Why you have this extension? Because it is possible to basically use the mirror, yeah? There is just one problem with the solution when you are taking the mirror to hold everything together here. Because then if you want to adjust the mirror, there is a possibility that, this guard will shift, or a turn signal. Even if you will use Loctite, it can still move, yeah? It happened to me, and it was very, very annoying. And this mirror is basically too short to use, for example, a double nut, yeah? So I figure out that I will buy this extension, which was cheap, from AliExpress. And right now here I can have this bolt, and I can basically use any bolt I want, yeah? It can be longer, it can be shorter. This one is long, so I have, I don't know if you will see. Look, I have this nut here, yeah? And I have even enough place to put a second one. I will show you here. Look, a double nut, yeah? And with this solution, it's going to hold forever and ever and ever, like any kind of vibrations, like, doesn't matter, yeah? It's going to hold. And as you can see, this mirror here is basically cut, and this gray substance is a special glue for metal, and it's holding everything together. I could try to weld it, but this small piece is some kind of alloy, and I was like, maybe it's going to melt or something, yeah. Like, this glue is enough. But obviously still I have to polish everything, and paint it and so on, so it's going to look good, but it's nice, yeah, it's nice. And right now I can see even more, you know, in those mirrors, because they are a bit further away. Which is good, yeah, it's good. Look at this fuel gauge. This fuel gauge is basically taken from FXD, probably, but just the case, okay? I will give you some pictures and some footage, you know, right now, because I had to do a lot of things with this. Okay, so I will show you what I have done. Look, that's the prototype. I took the factory gauge, fuel gauge, yeah, from my Dyna, and I will use just the case, yeah, just the case from the new one. Obviously with everything, yeah, a black case like that. So that's basically the case, you know, the plastic case for the fuel gauge, yeah, and I have to just make it a bit longer, you know, so it will basically shield all of it, and this needle is not going to touch this glass here, okay? That's very important. That's why I had to cut it, you know, around completely. I know it looks shit, okay? I know it will look better, okay? And now I have to basically use some kind of glue. I even have this glue, look. Shit. This one, you know, this one. It is like plastic. And basically to glue it like that, yeah? So, yeah. And then we can just paint it black, you know, and that's it, you know, put everything back together. Yeah. So it's going to be a different case. Oh, it's going up there, okay. So it's going to be different case for the fuel gauge, but inside it is going to be the old fuel gauge, yeah, the factory one from this Dyna. Yeah, okay, you know, we got this, yeah, we got this. We have already 2026, yes, welcome. And look, I have done something like that with this case, yeah, for a fuel gauge, because I had to basically make it longer, yeah, to accommodate this instrument, yeah. Okay, so I will put some wires, I will put some connectors, I will put everything together, but still I have to like make it smooth, okay? I need to make it smooth as possible. Okay, let's make it. Basically, the inside of it is taken from the factory fuel gauge from Fat Bob, but the outside, you know, this shell, everything is taken from the FXD. Yeah, look at this. I will show you because I still have everything here. Oh yeah, look. That's the factory, yeah. It was chrome, you know, the factory was chrome, but I painted it black, and right now I have something like that. How I got this one? I bought it, you know, on the internet, used. Yeah, it came to me with all the wiring and everything. It was basically locked in that kind of metal shell, so I had to cut everything open. That's the inside of it, look. I was not able to use this inside, you know, for this bike because there's a difference inside of the fuel tank. This is different. I don't know how to call it in English, but I was not able to basically swap everything, you know, inside of this tank, so I had to improvise. What else do we have here? Oh, look, we have this. We have reusable filter from K&P company. Yeah, look at this. K&P. engineering. I will install this filter later on. I need a better temperature for it, yeah. I have as well, look, this gauge for oil pressure, and it will be right here, something like that, yeah. Oh, like that, something like that here, or maybe here, I don't know. I think it's better here, because here you have this pipe, you know, like maybe it's going to heat up something, like maybe here. I bought it on AliExpress with, you know, everything, including this. It's also waiting for better temperature, yeah, if I can say so. And I still have to buy oil cooler, so I can basically like install everything together and change oil just once, yeah, just once. Oh, look at this, we have levers, yeah, look at this, shorter ones, look, maximum 3 fingers, yeah, and the same is here, yeah, that's my cat, the same is here, yeah, nice. Obviously we have the CC bar, yeah. I got this one because I want to take this, look, that's for the camera, yeah, and I want to make something like that, you know, to put it like that here, yeah, so I will be able to make vlogs from my travels using that kind of perspective, yeah, like from the game, yeah, from the third person. So you can see me riding, you can see, you know, bike, and you can see everything here around, yeah. Obviously I will use like wide angle, yeah, to capture everything. So that's nice. Do I have anything else here? I have a mess, yeah, I have a mess here, I know. But it's just, I'm constantly doing something. Yeah, I bought this tool for alignment. There's no time to do it. There's just no time to do it. I'm constantly doing something. So I will just clean later. Yeah, recently I was using this Dremel to basically polish this piece of plastic, because it's plastic. And I have this black ignition, yeah, from Germany. It's nice, it works. What else do we have here? What else is new? Windshield, yeah. This windshield is actually 11-inch windshield. I had black one, 9-inch, yeah, which was a bit shorter, but like it was not doing the job. I guess I'm just too tall, yeah, for 9-inch. So 11-inch is right now here. I still have to test it because it's winter, yeah, so like I have no idea if it's going to work, yeah, with the wind hitting my face or not. I have different color of the air filter. I was actually ordering a black one, but they have sent me a gray one. Like, okay, let it be. Like the previous one was this one, kinda red. Okay, let it be. What else do we have here? Like, not much, you know. I'm still thinking about suspension. I will go with progressive suspension or maybe Legends. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I will for sure change this steering bar, because that's the factory steering bar with risers, okay? And I will just buy a T-bar, you know, like the same basically dimensions, you know, but just T-bar, yeah, like no risers, just a solid piece of metal. It will be much better for the steering, you know, and handling. Yeah, that's the plan, you know, that's the plan. I have this, look, that's basically a complete installation for the lights, yeah, that are going here to this engine guard. it will go like that. Look, it will be something like that down here, or maybe here, like, I don't know, something like that. Like, nah, like that. But I have to buy different lights, okay? Like, the installation is okay, yeah, with the switch here, but those lights are just not bright enough, let's say. So I will have to change it. Yeah, you know, like slowly I'm moving forward with everything. So this bike will be ready. The cat is running. So the bike will be ready for summer, for adventure, going around the Balkans, or maybe across Turkey, or maybe both of it.